Okay, I just wanted to show you guys my two favorite collections. This is my favorite cars, and my favorite watches. I'm wearing my absolute favorite watch. Shout out to Snoopy. Shout out to Snoopy. And I really feel like Omega Swatch, you guys, this could be, I really feel like for a first attempt, look guys, Omega Swatch. I feel like for a first attempt, I mean, I don't want to say you nailed it because like my watch, mine doesn't work anymore, but it has sentimental value to me. I realize sentimental value does mean something. So thank you to my wife for buying me this. I just can't help bring myself to go back to Swatch and get a new one because I'm like, this is the watch that my wife bought for me. So I'm grateful for that. But I just feel like Omega Swatch, I feel like if you did one slightly better, just put a little bit more care, attention to detail. And this strap is from shout out to I forget who these were. Shout out to this strap is from these guys. I forget what these guys. Shout out to those guys. I took the strap, and yeah, it's like a cool strap. I appreciate it. I love it. I put it on this watch. This is still a really cool watch. Look, I just like looking at it, even if it doesn't tell the time. And it's true. Even a broken watch tells the right time twice a day, and I think that's right. So this watch is telling me the right time. It's all about perspective, guys. It's telling me the right time twice a day, okay? And I just have to wait for that moment. I say, look, my watch works, but only 2 moments out of the day. So I love this watch, Swatch Omega. I feel like if you did a slightly more rugged quartz, look, I don't see anything wrong with quartz. And I mean, the people who do, well, then that's their opinion. I'm like, look, there's plenty of people out there on YouTube who speak poorly about quartz, and you can find their channels in abundance. But I appreciate a solid quality quartz watch. What's an example of that? This bad boy. I'm doing this finish. This is my favorite G-Shock, the most amazing G-Shock, because I'm working on this finish. I call it battle worn. In the firearms industry, like people pay good money for battle worn style. I'm doing my own. I want to drill out all the holes on there. So this is my absolute favorite quartz watch. My sons and I, we have beat this watch and it still runs awesome. So shout out to Omega and Swatch. If you could do your own version of this, but in, the way that, well, look, see, it clicked over. I'm like, look, it's still beating. Like I've tried putting different new batteries, but I don't know. Oh, see, it hears me and it's talking to us. No, so shout out to Omega. Shout out to Swatch. This is my favorite automatic. This is the only automatic I have. But Timex, you nailed it. This is the Batman version. They do the Pepsi. That's the next, if I was gonna say what watch I would want, I would do the Snoopy Pepsi. Even though I'm a Coca-Cola guy, but I appreciate a Pepsi occasionally. It's just a little sweet for me. This is my car collection. These are my favorite vehicles. I like to drive my cars in my dreams. That's what I tell people. They're like, well, why don't you collect real cars? Well, because they're really expensive, first of all. And Hot Wheels, I'm like, look, this is like $5, $10, $15, maybe $20 if you're really getting outrageous. And I can still handle that. I can still afford that. Shout out to people who can afford stuff. I'm like, look, well, Jay Leno can have a real garage, but maybe I'm gonna make a miniature garage and then show off my car collection and be like, look, this is my garage, because everyone's different. Everyone, I'm not here to compare or complain. I'm just here to show off what I got, and these are my 4 favorite cars. This is a sweet ride, bros. It's a metaphor for my car. My car lives on. I'm like, look, that's what I would love to see, more parts availability. I'm like, why can't I get a car and then just be like, look, I'm going to ride this hard. Why can't I just have parts that are easily replaceable? I mean, look, I have my own closed course track where I race my cars on my own property. And that's what I love to do. Thank you guys. No, thank you guys for letting me share. That's what I say. Thank you to all of us. My sons and I were working on a Tobot film. You know,
Yeah,
yep.
it's gonna be later today.
Yes, later today we're gonna work on that Tobot film. That's all I got to share, to show. You know, and yeah. So thank you guys for letting us be here and be a part of the YouTube community and the global community. Oh, and shout out to anyone off planet who is receiving this signal. I say thank you for continuing living, surviving, keeping life going. Say hope. Thank you. It's a real thing. Hope is a real thing. Thank you.